I heard the Bigfoot call with Blue Iris.
What was I just listening to right before that, though? It was pretty good.
Oh, right before you went on the air.
Yeah, just like 2 seconds ago.
Ronnie?
No, Sal and the black guy.
Yeah. He captured the Black Rage at this Michael Richards thing. Sal went up to Harlem and captured the Black Rage.
Our intrepid reporter, Sal.
Yes.
Steve Langford has been shown up.
This is up in Harlem. Sal went and asked the relevant question. What do you think of Michael Richards? Let's find out.
So do you know who Michael Richards is?
Fuck Michael Richards, I'll whip his ass. NTG, not your cases, bloods in the house.
Now, why do you hate him so much?
I like your ass, but now I heard that you're a racist, I'm gonna whip your ass, nigga. I'll give you a fucking mohawk, nigga.
Who do you think is more racist, Michael Richards or Mel Gibson?
Both of them motherfuckers are racist. Both of them motherfuckers are about Michael Richards, I'm gonna whip his ass now. Mel Gibson, I like him as an actor and all that, but now I got beef with your ass too, motherfucker. You wanna make racist remarks about black people, nigga? Your motherfuckers' asses is grass. I don't give a fuck.
He's using the N-word more than anybody.
Right. Well, that's the problem here. That's why people are confused.
What do you think should be the proper punishment for what Michael Richards did?
I think that motherfucker should be in fucking prison right now. That nigga should be in prison. That nigga should be in prison for life.
Now, what's the difference between what Michael Richards said versus comedian Chris Rock saying, and I quote, books are like kryptonite to niggers?
Chris Rock, he cool, that's jokes and shit. But what Kramer said, Michael Richards, you deserve a foot in your ass, motherfucker. You should be in prison right now. If I see your ass all in Harlem, nigga, you dead. Nigga, you a mock motherfucker, man.
Who is more evil to you, Michael Richards or O.J. Simpson?
Both of them motherfuckers, Michael Richards and O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson ain't saying nothing racist, but that fucking Michael Richards, that nigga's a motherfucking man in Harlem. Don't ever come to Harlem, nigga. Stay in Cali or Florida, nigga. Your ass is dead, nigga.
Now, will this hinder you from watching Seinfeld?
I don't know. First of all, that nigga Kramer is corny anyway. Fuck out of here. I like George, motherfucker. Kramer, I don't like your ass. They need to ass off the show, nigga. They need to ban fucking Seinfeld now. Because your ass making a racial remarks, motherfucker.
Oh, there it is. The Black Rage continues.
I love how it becomes a fight between the characters George and Kramer.
Right. He's a George guy.
I like George.
He likes George.
He ain't racist, George.
He spoke with other representatives of the black community.
Representatives.
And I haven't even heard them. If you feel like hearing more of the Black Rage.
Get elected?
That guy represented some community. I doubt if it's the black community.
He's my black representative. I don't care about anybody else. But, yeah, this is another guy. I haven't heard it. Let's see what he has to say.
Do you know who Michael Richards is?
Yes, I do.
And were you offended by Michael Richards calling black people the N-word in a public forum?
Yes, I was.
What would you have done if it was you?
Called him white racist trash and slapped the shit out of him. If he ain't got nothing good to say about anybody, then don't say nothing about nobody. And keep his damn white racist ass, white ass, trash mouth shut.
Will this hinder you from watching Seinfeld?
Never liked Seinfeld in the first place. That's why you have black folks up there.
What do you think should be the proper punishment for Michael Richards based on his actions?
Should be banned from everywhere.
Wow.
And make a public apology. On BET. A public apology to everybody.
Who do you think is more racist, Michael Richards or Mel Gibson?
Michael Richards. I don't think Mel Gibson is racist. No.
And what annoys you most about white people?
They're fucking ignorant. They talk about us. They talk about us. They look in the mirror and look at themselves first. Don't cast no stones until you look at yourself first, because you're no better than we are. Matter of fact, you're worse than we are.
What's the difference between what Michael Richards did
versus,
let's say, a great comedian, a great African-American comedian like Chris Rock, and I quote, books are like kryptonite to niggers?
Chris Rock is black. No white person could ever know what we as a black race has been through. Every race has had their bears to cross, but the black race has really had bears to cross.
Oh, that's great.
Well, I don't have any bears to cross.
That's the best. Can't write that shit, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm as angry as a bear. Bears to cross.
Like, if you wrote that in a sketch, you'd go, that's awful.
Nobody would ever say that.
In all fairness to that woman, in her rage and anger at this situation, she flubbed
She said it twice.
Yeah, she did repeat it.
Expression, yes.
She said it twice.
It's her rage. I feel she knows the proper. What is it, colloquialism? Or whatever.
Whatever, yes.
Fans to crawl.
Do you want to hear more rage, or have you had enough?
Oh, no, this is entertaining.
You want more rage. Okay.
Rage is entertaining.
Who's more evil to you, Michael Richards or O.J. Simpson?
I'm not really sure because, you know, hey, look, between me and you, I mean, the guy's woman was cheating on him, the guys are making fun of him in the locker room. I think he just had enough of this, you know?
So you sympathize with O.J.?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I sympathize with O.J., sure. Why not?
Wow.
Every man
Michael
does.
Richards, if you were standing right here, I'd bitch smack you. I'd bitch smack you.
Now, do you...
A nigger would bitch smack you.
What annoys you most about white America, white people?
You know what really frustrates me about white America? That down in the deep south, white people will call you a nigger to your face and let you know you a nigger. And that's fine with me because at least I know what I'm dealing with. But here in America, we have white people that smile in your face, talk about religion and all this other stuff, but yet they're helping to support the same Southerners that have...
They smile in your face all the time. Backstabbers. Backstabbers.
The great O.J.'s quoted by Howard Stern.
Don't you think most of the general population, and this is a pessimistic statement, don't you think they're mostly stupid?
Yes.
People in general? Yes. I think they are.
I don't think Borat had any trouble getting people for his movie.
Yeah.
Or Sal had any trouble finding people yesterday.
Rolling Stone just did an interview with Sacha Baron Cohen, who plays Borat, and he said he's afraid the character might be over because so many people now are familiar with Borat. I still think there's plenty of people who would fall for it.
Yeah, I think that he's... giving us too much credit.
Did you read the Kid Rock thing?
Yeah.
That is so, what a great, if that's true, what a great story that is.
It is true.
I'll read that in a minute.
Oh, that is so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm over...
Okay, now, where was I? I was talking about something before the Siobhan call, but I don't remember what.
It was Pam and Chris Rock, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, Pam and Kid Rock, not Chris Rock.
Oh, Chris Rock is going to be her new husband. Kid Rock is the one she's divorced.
Yeah, Chris Rock, that would have been great.
Yeah, Kid Rock and Pam are getting a divorce. And then I was playing you some of the Black Rage over the Michael Richards.
Right. Is it not possible for us to get an interview with either one of those parties, huh? Kid Rock or Pam?
Pam might be a shot. And even Kid Rock... Hey, Gary, why don't you call Pam Anderson and see if we can't get an interview?
I think Kid Rock would welcome a forum like this to sort of talk freely.
Yeah. Well, I would hope, because I'm only hearing her side.
Call Kid Rock, too.
Yeah, it's clear they Page Six got a hold of one of her supporters.
Now, do you know who Michael Richards is?
Okay. You got a number on Kid Rock.
Yeah. I don't think I have a direct number. You probably do, but you know, it's funny. I called...
I have a direct number to Siobhan.
I called for Kevin Federline the other day.
Yeah.
And the publicist, they told me to, like, fax in my request. I was like, are you out of your fucking mind?
Fax in the request.
Right. Fax him.
They're not going to call me back. The guy's doing every fucking show.
They could fax him over here. That's
Kevin
how bad
Federline, yeah.
Get him over here.
That to me
tells me in 2 months you can have all the Kevin Federline interviews you want.
But that to me is one of the most insulting things when somebody says, you know, email us your request. I was like, that, you know, they're so busy.
You know what? Tell him he gets to perform if he comes.
Well, not here.
Now, do you know who Michael...
I thought he was.
What?
He's a lot bigger than I thought he was.
Okay. Here's a woman in Harlem commenting on Michael Richards.
Now, do you know who Michael Richards is?
Yeah, he's an actor from Steinfeld, you know. But you know, I feel like what he said, I mean, he apologized, but you in the public eye, you need to be careful what you're saying, basically, because even if you felt that way, you should keep it to yourself.
What's the difference between what Michael Richards said versus, let's say, a black entertainer like Chris Rock? And I quote, he said in his comedy, books are like kryptonite to niggers. What's the difference there?
Well, see, he going back in the slavery time when African American was not allowed to read. So to be able to read now today is a big step up, all the way up. So that's an insult also. That was something that we were deprived of. Our ancestors was deprived of that. And now everybody has the right to read, you know?
is the stereotype true that black people have a tendency to be loud in public places like movie theaters and comedy clubs?
Yeah, we can be a little loud, in certain places, yeah.
What percentage of white people do you think are still racist in America?
Jews.
The Jew?
Right here in America? The Jews.
Well, there you
What?
go.
The percentage is the Jew?
I like that. Everyone's against Michael Richards' racism, then they all say racist comments. The Jews.
Do you think she takes her right to read seriously, that woman, now that she has the right to read?
What's up?
I was actually listening to Sirius yesterday. You know, they carry CNN headline news.
Yeah.
So I heard the owner of the Laugh Factory, Jamie Masada, was on.
Right.
And he was saying that they're banning the use of the N-word from the Laugh Factory. But the bigger thing is he is now calling for Michael Richards to pay to charity for each use of the N-word, a certain amount of money. Would you like to guess what that amount is?
What is the amount?
I thought he was going for like $10,000. In my mind, I'm going.
Yeah, I would say $10,000 a word.
He goes, Michael Richards is a millionaire. I want him to pay $500,000 every time he uses that word at my place.
Please, that's wiping him out.
Yeah, that's a big wipeout.
Do you think Michael Richards has that kind of money?
Hell no.
No.
Is in my head. Is in my head.
Someone said Paul Mooney weighed in on this Kramer
Paul Mooney, I'm looking at, is saying now the N-word should be banned.
Yeah, but I have tape of that, but I don't see it.
Where's the JD? JD page.
JD page.
And then if you want, I have one of our interns put together a bunch of Kramer bits. A couple of them are pretty funny.
Oh, yeah?
It's a time for healing. It'll take a lot of time, but it's a time for forgiveness. I mean, we're all human beings. We all can make mistakes. We all got a lot of hang-ups. Human beings are very complicated. But it's time for healing. And you're right. We're going to stop using the N-word. I'm going to stop using it. I'm not going to ever use it again. And I'm not going to use the B word. And we're going to put an end to the N-word. Just say no to the N-word. We want all human beings throughout the world to stop using the N-word. We've got to take our power back. It's not an equal opportunity word, and it's not a very nice word. Michael cured me of the word. I'm not easily shocked. The tape shocked me, and I finally got the gist of the word. It's too powerful, and there's too much hatred in it, and I don't want to use the word anymore.
Did Richard Pryor say he'd never use the N-word again?
Yeah, I want to see how long Paul can stay off it, because it's like an addiction. You know, it's like cocaine.
Howard, you know what's great for us? We rebooked for Thursday's show. Have Cat Williams coming in.
Right.
So I wonder if he's going to start using the
No, he uses the N-word all the time.
He'd have no act.
Yeah, he ain't dropping.
Nigga in the history of niggerdom.
How's he going to stop? What do you replace niggerdom with?
How can you tell people to stop saying a word?
Well,
how can Paul Mooney, who when Richard Pryor said he was giving up the word, said, nigga, you crazy.
Well, yeah, because Richard Pryor's old rap was he went to Africa.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't see any niggers in Africa.
Was his regular writer. They collaborated all the time, and he was like, well, I'm not giving it up.
What was the bit?
Go to Gary Preview page 2.
Why don't we put all these together on one
Well, because
page?
they sort of all came from different places.
Okay, yeah.
In green, I think in like the third column.
Some niggas that is that Kramer yelling niggers? Yeah. Oh, all right. Who put that together?
One of our interns.
Oh, okay.
By the way, Jesse Jackson has done exactly what Seinfeld was afraid of. He's calling for a ban, a protest, like people should stop
watching Seinfeld
and buying Seinfeld videos.
Well, if Seinfeld cuts Jesse Jackson in, though, he'd call off the band.
Well, that hasn't happened yet.
Oh.
He is saying that Michael Richards would benefit from that, and we should not be supporting him.
How come Jesse Jackson doesn't call for a ban? Like when a rapper kills somebody, why don't we not buy his records?
Don't be ridiculous.
Why would he do that?
This is my worst nightmare.
He's playing on some other team. It's the Jesse Jackson team. Let's go to